Hey guys, my name's Ben Howard and we're out here at Upward Elementary to check out this course. I just found it randomly looking on UDisc one day, and it says this was established in 2024, so I guess this is a new course. I hadn't really heard anything about it, so really curious to check it out. From what I can tell, it's just an open park style course where we're gonna have some trees kind of in our way, but it looks like we got a good amount of variety when it comes to distance. Hopefully we got a good amount of variety when it comes to shot shaping, stuff like that. It's even looking at this first hole we've got right here in front of us. It's going to be, if all the holes are like this one, it's going to be a pretty interesting course. So really looking forward to it, but let's go and get into it. All right, guys, so for hole one, we've got a par 3, 350 feet. Got a Mando right of this pole, but the basket's down this way off to the right slightly. Looks like the best play is going to be like a forehand, just because mainly for that pole, but road is out of bounds, and the fence off to the right is out of bounds as well. So we're gonna go with 2 off the first tee, see if we get a forehand down there. Oh, what a start. At least we made the Mando. Oh, skip. Oh yeah, gonna skip off the road. I probably won't be putting from there, but we'll have a pretty easy approach shot into the green. Okay, so we ended up probably about 100 feet to maybe like 80 feet short of the basket. It's pretty good. Just go ahead and toss the Sonic up there and get out here with par. Or toss the Sonic in, apparently. Ooh. All right, guys, we're on hole 2. This one's a par 3, about 200 feet. Basket's straight ahead of us, slightly uphill on the other side of this tree. All we gotta do is just pick which side of the tree we wanna go on, just throw a hyzer at it. I'm gonna go out to the right, the backhand, just try and get the spike in. See if we can give it a little bit of an ace run. Ooh, a little long, but I think that's still like inside of circle 1 at least. There we go. All right, guys, we're on hole 3. This one's a par 3, 270 feet, just dead straight ahead. I feel like I could almost get a putter there, but I feel like it's because it's slightly downhill, but I'm gonna go with the mid-range, just straight at it. Only thing I'm really worried about is just going long on this hole. Like that. Oh, that's not bad. That might actually just be parked. Oh no, I might go long on this hole. All right, guys, we're on hole 4. This one's a par 3, 307 feet. Basket straight ahead. But as you'll notice, there are some flags around the basket, and that's actually marking the OB because this is an island green. It says if you don't cross, or if you're out of bounds at all, you can either re-tee or go to the drop zone with a stroke. It looks like the drop zone is like this closest white flag to us. So I'm assuming it's gonna be like a really long putt. So let's just go ahead and put it in bounds and not have to worry about it. I threw that straight at the basket like an idiot. Never had a chance. Well, at least I get to see where the drop zone is. Okay, so up here at the drop zone, looks like maybe like a 55, 60 footer, like edge circle 2 putt, which is not bad. The cool thing is though, I don't know if you can actually see it or not, but the OB is actually marked by a garden hose that they've looped all the way around the green. So that's really nice. I thought it was just gonna be the flags, and that would have kind of sucked, but let's go ahead and make this putt. All right, guys, we're on hole 5. This one's a par 3, 443 feet. Basket straight ahead. Nothing really in the way, and it is slightly downhill, but we got a nice, well, that's kind of more of a crossing wind, so It might help me a little bit, but yeah, we're going really far and the basket's elevated, so it's going to be hard to get the 2 on this hole, but let's see what we can do. Wow. Holy crap. I actually got all the way down there. I'll have to range find that, because that does not seem like it was 440. Okay, so on UDisc, it's saying that I threw this about 420 feet, and it says I have a 40-foot putt, which that's not true at all. So I would say, yeah, about, I guess 420 feet makes more sense, because with it being that downhill, I guess it plays closer to like 380, something like that, which would definitely make sense of why I could get this down here. But let's go ahead and make this putt and get a 2. Oh, man. Dang it. All right, guys, we're on hole 6. This one's a par 3, 350 feet. Basket's down this way off to the right, slightly tucked into the wood line. At least that's what it looks like. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take an understable fairway driver, just try and throw it not really out to the left at all, like maybe just like a few feet right of this sign down here, and just kind of let the disc drift down to the right. I'm not really, it is downhill, so I'm not worried about getting the distance. If anything, I'm worried about not turning it over enough or turning it over too much and going into the woods. But yeah, the main goal is just trying to get down there, and I'm assuming the road's also out of bounds. Yes, it is. So yeah, just making sure this disc actually turns. Let's see what happens. That looks good. A little too turned over. I needed a little bit farther out to the left, but that's not bad. Okay. I don't know if y'all can actually see me or not, but turns out the right side of the green is not where you want to be. You want to be off to the left. So yeah, like I said, you need to throw this disc almost directly at that sign I was talking about earlier, and then turn off of it. Oh, sit down. That's fine. All right, guys, we're on hole 7. This one's a par 3, 210 feet. Basket straight ahead, but as you can tell, we are going down a tightly wooded fairway. And at 210 feet, that's like right at about a full power putter for me. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna go with a slightly flippy putter, so that way I can aim to the left side of the fairway and hopefully get this to kind of drift right while pushing forward. But man, this is a really cool hole. I like this one so far. Oh man, I did aim off to the left side. Oh, ah, keep overcorrecting. All right, so finally, at least close enough to have a pitch up into the green. Main thing I have to be careful about is, you can tell there's a lot of room out to the right for the disc to go, so I want to make sure I get this to kind of land flat, kind of drop right at the basket. There we go. All right, guys, we're on hole 8. This one's a par 3, 312 feet. The basket's basically straight ahead on the other side of this group of trees you can see in front of us. Only thing to worry about is we got OB on the left and the OB running track on the right. Seems like the 2 plays you can have are a forehand down the left side or a hyzer out to the right. I'm going to go with the backhand hyzer, mainly just because I don't like throwing down the OB line as much as we are here, whereas if I'm throwing over the right, I'm only going over OB for a few feet. So just got to make sure, if anything, I just don't throw it too high and let it fade out really far to the left. That's the only way I could really bring in a big number. I like that. I don't know if that's far enough left to be like parked, but should be close. technically I wasn't parked because I was outside of 11 feet. So I was technically right. All right, guys, we're on hole 9. Final hole of the video. This one's a par 3, 267 feet. Basket's straight ahead past this group of trees in front of us. Looks like you pretty much got like a backhand turnover or a forehand hyzer. This is actually pretty interesting. We've got this running track is out of bounds, but everywhere to the right of this walking path up here, you can see on the right side of the fairway is hazard, including the path. If you don't know what hazard is basically the same as OB, but instead of bringing it back in play, you play from where it lands. So, I mean, granted, I wouldn't have gone for the hyzer play anyway with the backhand, just because the tree's on the right. So, I don't really feel like it's too necessary, other than like making the putt a little bit scarier. But I think I'm just gonna go for a backhand turnover with the mid range and just see how close we can get. Not bad. Okay, so we're a little bit closer than I was thinking off the tee. Off the tee, I was thinking we were gonna be like mid circle 2, but looks like we're just inside circle 1. Let's go ahead and make this putt. Oh, uh-oh. Woo-hoo-hoo. I almost went out of bounds, or into the hazard. That hazard comes in a lot closer than I was thinking. It's probably about 15 to 20 feet at its closest point. So it definitely does come into play a lot more than I was giving it credit for. All right, guys, that finished up the front 9 out here. I gotta say, I'm really happy with how this course is turning out so far. Obviously, a lot of times with these properties on school courses, you just don't have a lot of creative freedom. You just got to kind of take whatever the course or whatever the school will give you. But from what I can tell, this is a really creative design, because like we're using hazard like we saw on hole 9. We've got an island green, and like every hole feels like it's got like just something a little bit different to it. Even the holes that are out in the open, like I said, we've got an island green, we've got a hole that's just really far and it's just going to challenge you distance-wise, and it's got an elevated basket, making it harder to putt on. It just feels like the course design is a lot more deliberate in what it's doing on each hole. And so I'm really enjoying this one so far. Hopefully we can keep it up going into the back 9. I mean, granted, I just looked at hole 10. Hole 10 is absolutely insane, so I'm really looking forward to playing that tomorrow. But should be able to get that out sometime tomorrow, hopefully. So hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a good one.